Hi, welcome to ECS Coffee. Today we're here to do an unboxing video of the DeLonghi Magnifica Start.
So there's a couple of super automatics in the Start series right now. This is the one with the frothing wand. There is one with the latte crema system as well. So we're gonna be doing a review on both of these machines, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's cut this box open. All right, so have our knife, we're gonna just cut it right up. The DeLonghi sent us this as kind of a pre-release. So this machine's
It's not available yet.
It's not available yet. So it's a little bit of a sneak peek. Yes, so let's open this on up. Okay, so inside obviously we have a bunch of cardboard. So let's just take all of this off. Bag.
Instructions with a scoop. It also has the water hardness test strip. Yeah.
So testing your water is beneficial to see how frequently you need to descale. The machine, when you program that, will take it into consideration. So if you find your descaling
Should we do it that way?
Yes,
So
we should do it that way.
in the box?
Yes. Okay. Here, do you want to hold it? Do you want to hold it and I'll pull?
Around. I know we don't like this, but I need to do this. Whoa.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's all kind of taped and packaged up. So have our little
Better
box
than
here.
styrofoam, I tell you that much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This makes a massive mess. There's no styrofoam in this packaging actually, which is nice.
It's just like a, it kind of sticks on, but comes off easy. That's nice.
Okay, and then the drip tray as well just has
Some plastic covering. More instructions on the top.
Looks like it could be part of like a quick start guide as well.
How to fill the water tank, yep.
Yeah, that's very.
A lot going on.
Okay.
Inside the box it was covering at the front.
Yeah, so what's in there? Probably descaling solution.
Descaling solution.
So the machine may come with more, a little bit more. Since this is a pre-release, it may not be all of the accessories that are included in the final machine. So there may end up being potentially a water filter included, or
I was thinking maybe a cup. Because DeLonghi does have two sizes of frothing pitchers.
Yes, yeah. So potentially that, and they also sometimes include other things like a little ice cube tray. So there's a few more things that could potentially be included in the machine. Obviously, what we have right now is very basic. We have a descaling solution, a scoop, and a water hardness test strip, and obviously the user manual and the machine, of course. So let's. We're going to set this up. DeLonghi machines are very, very easy to set up, so it should only take like a couple minutes. But you do want to make sure, like we're going to do, to read your manual to make sure you're not missing a step when you're setting up the machine, because the machine does need to go through a priming function to fill the internal tank and make sure that everything's kind of ready to go.
Okay. And that's the biggest concern that people will call me about when they do get their machines home, that they haven't finished their priming. So
yes,
we're going to do that.
So we're going to do that. So you can, if you're setting up your machine at home as well, you can kind of walk through it step by step with us as well. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Awesome. Well, let's, I guess, open our manual first.
So they have a start and a full manual. So it's up to you which one you wanted to go through it first.
Yeah.
Rebecca and I are familiar with all the buttons. So there's a French side and an English side. So we would rinse out the water tank.
Yes.
First off, and then get going from there. Are we going to do that?
Yeah,
in the unboxing
absolutely.
Video? Yeah. In the quick start guide, there is a get ready page. So we're just going to follow through with that. Just hopefully it helps you out if you need some help getting the machine primed properly. So you want to connect the machine. So we're just going to plug it in back here. Next it says fill the water tank.
Yes.
So I don't know if Rebecca can reach you there. I'm going to have to go around the front and get that out.
I got it. I can fill it. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
there you go.
And you just want to make sure to remove all of your little stickers. Obviously, you can do these at like another point in time, but yeah, you just want to make sure to peel off everything. So there's going to be one on the screen, as well as some blue tape just around kind of where the water tank is, the drip tray as well, just to hold everything together. So water tank comes out. Water tank is just like other DeLonghi's. You can fill it from the front. It's a front loading water tank.
Which is really nice.
Very convenient. And so we did, when we were opening up the quick start guide here, it was indicating what is supposed to come with the machine. And what we have gotten with the machine is what is expected to be received with the machine. So you're going to be getting the descaling solution, the scoop, and the water testing strip. But there will not be a water filter necessarily with the machine. So you can use the water filter, you can purchase it extra, or you can use just filtered water at home. Just noting that if you are going to use tap water, it will increase how frequently you need to descale.
Yeah,
sometimes significantly.
Up, right, the water hardness
yes,
strip?
That's why you have your water hardness strip. Okay, so water tank is filled. Wendy, what is our next step?
Add a large water container under both the brewing spout and the
steam on?
Yeah, the steam on.
So we have the 2 cups there.
And then it just tells you to note that it's going to be hot water that's coming out.
Yeah.
And it says the setting light will start blinking and press the setting button. And then the circuits.
Yes, I have that blinking right here, so I'm going to click that.
Yeah. It'll
Felt like I
priming through the circuits.
Felt like I didn't even touch it. It was very sensitive.
So it says the first time using the machine, brew and dump the first 3 to 4 espressos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this get ready that'll be it when it's done.
It's
and
very
then it's
fast.
gone on to brew.
It's
So
very,
good.
very quick.
That is really quick.
Really quick. Couple things to note about the machine that we've noticed as well is that, is this it? Like this is it? It's done?
Press the setting button.
Yeah.
The internal water circuits will start to fill and the appliance will release hot water from the coffee spout.
There it goes. Okay, now it's
Nice.
wow. Okay. No, I was like, that was very fast.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Okay, so it looks like
This is where you have to have a little bit of patience.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, very standard. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So the settings light looks like the gear. So in other manuals, it's been called the gear button. So when it's calling it the settings button, all your programming will be done through that little button that looks like a gear.
Yes.
So we want to get beans into here because
Absolutely we do.
We have to grind and then dispose of the first few espressos.
Yeah, absolutely. So like we mentioned, we are going to be having like a full review of both this unit and the other Magnifica Start with the latte crema system. So if you are interested and you want to kind of watch that, you can either click on, we'll put the link up in the top corner, and we'll also place it down in the, or put it down in the description as well for you. So you can watch the full review there if you have now like set up your machine. You've gone past us, you've already brewed your
skip
espresso.
there.
Yeah. So we will, we'll grab some beans. We will, and we'll brew a few crappy espressos so we can get the machine going.
Yeah.
All right.
It also will show you how to customize everything.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
This is a great startup guide.
The startup guide is very easy. The manual will be more specific to troubleshooting, but this will be just like how to use the machine. So yeah. Okay.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the second step in the Magnifica startup guide, and it says brew espresso. Okay, so what they want you to do is put some beans into your hopper.
So we're going to use, no surprise, 1.21 Colombian espresso. Yeah. If you've watched our videos before, you know Wendy and I are big fans. So we'll just fill this right up. Our grinder, so you do have some grind selections on this machine. Our grinder is kind of set to the middle. So we're on number 5. Mambo number 5.
1 to 7.
Yeah, so it looks like you've got a few to choose from, and then the guide does tell you like how to adjust and also when to adjust your grind size and why.
Right.
So if you find that you need to do that, then refer to your startup guide. It's very, very simple. So put the little hopper lid back on top, and then
They want us to brew
Yeah.
3 to 4 espressos and dump them. So
yeah, yep, okay.
it kind of gets the grinder set up and ready to go, and gets all, if there's any manufacturing bits inside the machine on the grinder, out. So you don't want to be
Exactly.
drinking those.
So typically the first espresso doesn't even look like espresso. It'll look like dirty water too, because there's not enough beans haven't gone through the grinder yet. So you're just kind of starting that whole process. So we are going to, we'll brew a few of the espressos, and then we'll do whatever the user manual tells us to do next. So
there's, you can see on the front, it will light up for light, medium, and strong. I always go strong, and then I'm going to hit the espresso button.
quite loud actually. Yeah.
About the same as the Evo.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it has to do with the lid here. But yeah, the price point for this machine is quite good. I think that since it's not released, we're not 1,000% on the pricing, but it is around the $700 mark, regular retail price. And so it's a really good price. You obviously, when you pay more money, you do get different quote unquote luxuries of machines, like maybe it's a little bit quieter, there's more technology put into dampening that sound from the grinder, which is one of the complaints that people have for automatic espresso machines, or really any grinder. That actually looks more like espresso than I was expecting, so I'm kind of impressed a little bit actually. But yeah, one more time, 2 more times. 2 more times.
Can't wait all day for my espresso.
I know.
So they also tell you to do this if you haven't used the machine for 3 or 4 days, to hold the 2 times button down for 5 seconds to kind of like reprime the circuit.
Yeah, that's actually a really good suggestion in the machine. So stagnant water sitting in the machine is not good. That can cause issues in your brewing, and it'll also make your espresso probably taste not so great. But so I like that they've included that now, specifically if you haven't been there for a few days or used it for a few days. Yeah. So you like weekend espresso machine users, that is kind of geared towards you as well. If you're only going to be using your automatic espresso machine on the weekends, then making sure that you are performing this kind of flushing, rinsing cycle, before you go ahead and use it, is a good idea. One more time.
Then once this is finished brewing, it's unless you want to fool around with any of the programming, you're ready to go with standard out of the box.
Yes, we do have one more step too. I think the water testing is last, which I found a little funny, but that's fine.
No, it kind of goes to customized recipes, extraction guidelines, and cleaning, and then inserting the water filter, and then
water test is last. Yeah. Okay, so yes, I guess it is taking you through the full setup process. Now, we are not going to dive into doing programming on this machine now. If you are interested in that, watch the review, because that's where we'll kind of talk about how to program and everything like that. It's very easy though to do. You only have a few beverages programmed as is. Okay, so we've now brewed our 3 espressos. The next step for you at home would be to go in and do any override programming that you would want to do. So adjusting the strength and length for the one touch of the beverages that are programmed on the machine, and you'll just follow the steps in the guide here. Very, very simple, or you can watch the review where we do it as well.
Right. And then it just shows you how to clean, descale, insert the water filter, and then water hardness.
And now we'll do the water hardness strip. So I do have the water, I have it right here.
You have it.
Yes,
That's
I do.
why I wondered where it went.
Yeah, I stole it over here. Okay, so we'll just open this up. Most, if not all, espresso machines will come with this, and like we really do recommend that
1 second dip.
It's very, very fast, and making sure that you're also dipping it in the water that you're using. So if you are using filtered water with the machine, don't dip it into your tap water.
So that's why they want you to insert the filter and everything first.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, perfect.
So it says, dip the provided hardness strip indicator in a glass of water for 1 second and shake it.
And then shake it. Okay, so I will pull this out, and I'm going to just pull it out all the way.
And then you have to wait a couple of minutes to read it.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 Mississippi. Shake, 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 shake.
So
it's that song. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it like a water test strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wait a few minutes. We use filtered water here, and I know that the city tap water is also not overly hard either. And then we'll just kind of go through how you would program that into the machine too. So it can greatly impact how frequently you need to descale. So if you are finding that you need to descale more frequently than you think, then
you might not have set your water hardness.
Yeah,
I always ask people that. They'll say, oh, I have to do it already.
Yeah.
And I will say, did you test your water?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you should be descaling. It usually works out to be, there's so many variables that come into play, but around every 3 to 6 months, depending on use, water hardness, and a few other factors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we will be back with when our water testing is done. So we've now waited and our water testing is done. So in your quick start guide, you do have a guide in your quick start guide. Indicating how hard your water hardness is, because there are 4 squares here, and it will go from green to red, indicating the level of your water hardness as well.
So what we're seeing here is level 1 for soft.
Yep.
So I don't know. So this is what you will be looking at. It'll just tell you exactly what to do. So you want to hold down the gear for 5 seconds and then press the coffee button.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Press the coffee button.
Okay.
And use the strength selector to choose the water level based on. So we want 1.
Okay, so where's 1?
1 is the strength.
Is it the first bean?
Yeah.
Okay, so it comes preset to 4. So keep that in mind when you're setting up the machine, that if you do not program your water hardness,
you have to go back to press something else.
What do I have to
Confirm by
press?
selecting coffee and then exit during the gear.
Okay, cool, perfect. So we're all set, but if we had not tested this and not programmed it, we would have been set to the hardest water level, and that would mean we'd need to descale frequently.
Probably every month or less. I know.
Yeah, very, very frequently. So make sure to test it, because obviously that's a big difference I
mean, descaling your machine is just a little bit of an inconvenience. It's not that it's hard,
no,
but
it's
you
not,
don't want to be doing it more often.
Yes, it's not difficult at all. It's quite easy. It's also not an involved process or expensive, but why do it more when you can do it less?
Exactly.
Because it's also hard on the machine. It's also like it's not. Yeah, it can be hard on the machine. So the more frequently you descale, yes, the better your machine will run, but it also can shorten the life of your machine, because there's not harsh chemicals running through it, but there is some sort of lactic or citric acid running through it, which can shorten the life of the machine if you do it too frequently.
All right, so that is, we're not going to be showing the water filter because we don't have one here with this.
Yep.
We don't have to clean it because we haven't used it.
Yep.
So that's it. We might want to show what a brew group is, because that's what has to come out and be rinsed.
Yeah, awesome. Let's, I'll power the machine down, and then we'll show you how to access the brew unit as well. DeLonghi always has them in the same place, so yeah. Okay, perfect. Power button off. Now the machine's just going to rinse. And that noise is the brew unit returning to its kind of standby position.
Yeah, in order for us to get it out. That's why it has to be off. Just a quick note, in the quick start guide, it is just mentioning this, and then you would have to refer to your manual for further instructions.
Yes.
It says to do this about once a month in the quick start guide.
Perfect. That's a great timeline, Okay, so let me just get rid of that garbage espresso on the side. So machine, turn it to the side, make sure that it is off, and then also unplug it as well. Okay. Okay, so water tank comes out. You have a little flap on the side here. That opens right up. Let's see if I can do this without watching what I'm doing. No, I can't.
Squeeze and pull. I can
know.
do it.
No, I got it over here.
Alright.
I got it. So you've got the two red little knobs right there. So you just press those in and you'll pull the unit out. So this is your brewing unit. Obviously you can see that we are already have coffee grinds in it. So this is where the coffee gets ground down and tamped into and then brewed through. So it will collect grind and oil over time. So yes, needing to rinse it once a month is very, very standard. You don't need to wash it. You just want to rinse it.
And why is that, Rebecca? What would happen if you washed it and dried it?
Well, there is oil as well on here, lubricant, so that you can, so that it can move around.
Right.
If you do that, you get rid of that, and then it's no good, basically.
You have to re-grease it if you're too tidy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so just give it a rinse.
Air
dry it overnight. Don't wipe it down. It's all good. Very low fuss.
Yeah.
And then you can put it back into the machine in the morning.
Are you ready to go?
I am. Yeah. I am ready to go. Are you ready?
Oh, I need a coffee. I'm ready to go.
I do too, apparently. Okay, so we're gonna put this machine back together and
we'll get another one out and do a comparison video.
we sure will. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you have this machine at home and you've set it up with us, then have fun, happy brewing. If you want some more information on this machine, please just check out the review so that we will take you through all of the ins and outs of this machine, even though it is quite simple, I believe, to use. It looks very, very basic, which is awesome. Little like,
oh yeah,
there's not too many bells and
looking
whistles.
at the screen and this is going to be a piece of cake. So
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.